Zimbabwe is a crime scene. Those are the explosive words attributed to Apostle talent Chiwenga in a message that is now generating intense discussion across Zimbabwe. In remarks that have sparked strong reactions online and offline, the cleric reportedly argued that it is better to remain poor than to celebrate gifts from people whom he accuses of contributing to suffering, displacement, and hardship among ordinary citizens. The comments have quickly become one of the most talked about political and social statements of the week. Supporters say he is speaking uncomfortable truths. Critics argue his language is too harsh and divisive. But one thing is certain, his message has reignited debate about leadership, accountability, poverty, and the future of Zimbabwe. Stay tuned. And before we continue, please subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications for daily Zimbabwe news and political analysis. Let's get into it.
Kuita asha nezvigamba pane kudhiraivha akwa yakabva kune varume vane ropa mumaoko mavo wapedza kuti God bless you mangwana vanhu vari kuchema muchiredzi vadonhedzerwa misika yavo the same people unovanyengeterera sei vanhu vakakupa mota nezuro ndo vapwanyira vana vako vesangano misika yekutengesa miriwo unozvibalanzisa sei wabva mukupuwa mota vanhu vakupa mota uri pasta mangwana vatuma mabulldozer kunodhiritsa dzimba dzechirikadzi nenherera kune vana vari kurara panze izvezvi dzimba dzakapwanywa zviri unprocedural and illegal. There is no legal reason why the city of Harare should be destroying people's houses today. Zero. Unless you are empty-head, you don't know about anything about governance. It would never happen, Pastor Baloy. If I become a president tomorrow, nobody's house can be destroyed. We understand public administration. We went to school. You don't have monopoly of knowledge. There are countries where you won't see governments destroying people's houses. Go to South Africa. There is an act which is called the Prevention of Illegal Eviction Act. Even people who are illegally settling in a place, there is a legislation that prevents illegal eviction. That is what we call constitutional democracy. Not this charade. This is a farce. How do you wait for a person to build a 7-bedroom?
Apostle Talent Chiwenga has become one of the latest public figures to spark national debate after delivering remarks that many Zimbabweans are now discussing across social media platforms. The pastor's statement centered on a powerful argument that citizens should not be distracted by gifts, donations, or handouts if deeper social and economic problems remain unresolved. According to his message, the focus should be on justice, accountability, and the long-term welfare of ordinary people rather than temporary benefits. The phrase Zimbabwe is a crime scene immediately captured public attention because of its dramatic nature. For supporters of the cleric, the statement reflects growing frustration among citizens who feel excluded from economic opportunities and who continue facing difficult living conditions. They argue that the country's challenges cannot be solved through occasional donations or political generosity alone. Instead, they believe meaningful solutions require addressing the root causes of poverty and inequality. Others interpret the statement differently. Some argue that community assistance, donations, and empowerment programs still play an important role in helping vulnerable families survive difficult economic conditions. From this perspective, support provided to struggling citizens should not automatically be dismissed simply because broader challenges remain. This difference of opinion has fueled the growing national conversation. The remarks come at a time when Zimbabwe is experiencing heightened political debate. Discussions surrounding Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3, economic development, governance reforms, and public accountability have dominated headlines in recent months. Against that backdrop, comments from influential religious leaders often attract significant attention because churches remain important voices within society. Historically, religious leaders in Zimbabwe have frequently spoken on social, economic, and political matters. Some have chosen to focus primarily on spiritual guidance. Others have used their platforms to raise concerns about governance, poverty, corruption, and social justice. As a result, statements from prominent church leaders often become part of broader national discussions. Political analysts say the significance of Apostle Chiwenga's comments lies in the deeper questions they raise. What is the relationship between charity and justice? Can donations and gifts solve systemic problems? Or should society focus more on creating conditions that allow citizens to become economically independent? These are questions that have generated debate around the world for decades. Many Zimbabweans listening to the pastor's remarks interpreted them as a challenge to both leaders and citizens. To leaders, the message appeared to emphasize responsibility and accountability. To citizens, it seemed to encourage critical thinking about the source and purpose of political generosity. Whether one agrees with the message or not, it has clearly resonated with many people. Supporters of empowerment initiatives argue that assistance programs should not be viewed negatively. They point out that many communities benefit directly from projects involving agricultural support, educational assistance, business funding, and social welfare programs. For struggling families, such initiatives can provide immediate relief and opportunities. From this perspective, development efforts should be recognized even while broader reforms are pursued. Critics, however, maintain that long-term development requires more than occasional support programs. They argue that citizens need sustainable jobs, functioning institutions, economic growth, and opportunities that allow them to build independent futures. This appears to be the broader concern that Apostle Chiwenga was attempting to highlight. The controversy has also demonstrated the power of social media in modern Zimbabwe. Within hours of the remarks being shared, clips, quotes, and reactions spread rapidly across multiple platforms. Thousands of people began debating the meaning of the message and what it says about the country's current situation. Some praised the cleric's courage. Others accused him of exaggeration. Still others viewed the comments as a reflection of genuine public frustration. As reactions continue pouring in, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The statement has touched a nerve. Not because everyone agrees with it, but because it speaks to issues that many Zimbabweans discuss every day: poverty, opportunity, accountability, leadership, and hope for a better future. Whether Apostle Talent Chiwenga's remarks will influence public opinion remains to be seen. What is certain is that they have reignited an important national conversation. A conversation about what genuine development looks like. A conversation about whether charity alone is enough. And perhaps most importantly, a conversation about the kind of Zimbabwe citizens want to build for future generations. Do you agree with Apostle Talent Chiwenga that citizens should focus more on long-term justice and accountability than on gifts and handouts? Or do you believe both are necessary during difficult economic times? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this report, please subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications for daily Zimbabwe political news and analysis. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.